guys, what's up? It's your favorite E30 content creator, Mr. KDL. I am proud to say that we finally got episode 10 out. Sorry for the delay. I know it's been 6 months, but 2026 has not been my year. So about 2 or 3 months ago, I got in an accident with our beta swapped BMW E30. So we've since taken the motor out and we will be putting it into another vehicle, I think a bakkie. So make sure if you aren't subscribed to subscribe to see that, because that will also be coming up soon. And I've been in hospital, I haven't been well, so we've been very delayed. So we're back, we're online, we're ready to get this car to the finish line. The start of 2026 hasn't been the best, but we're pushing that by December this year, this car will be starting, driving and on the road and completely done. And a lot of guys have been asking me how much and can I build for them and stuff. And all I can simply say is, guys, we are just starting out now with our YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it. So please, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. Please like, share and subscribe, especially share. Help us to grow this channel, that one day we can give a car like this away to one of you lucky viewers. I cannot wait for that day. I'm so excited to get to that level where we will finish a project and we will give it away to one of you guys. So please make sure to keep on supporting us, and thank you for all the support so far. Now back to the video. So today we're going to be finishing our back suspension, rubberizing the entire bottom, putting our petrol tank back, our prop, our lines, everything, so that we can get this car on the floor for the first time in about 1.5 to 2 years. So I'm very excited. And then once that is done, on the next video we will be doing our exhaust and getting this car started for the first time, and we are going to not only start it but drive it in the same video, which will be coming out very soon. We're already halfway done with that video. So please, if you aren't, please make sure to subscribe, share and like this channel. Thanks guys. Okay, so guys, we're under the car. I just finished closing up everything that needs to be closed. This pipe, I didn't close it because we're going to be replacing it because we had damaged it further up in the front. And then I just need to use my wire brush and just clean the surface rust off here and just put some primer. Then that's also ready to go. So we had put some cheap rubberizer here, which, if you guys can believe, took 3 months to dry. I couldn't even work here because you just touch it and your hands get black and it would transfer everywhere else. So 3 months later it's actually dry, but we're not using this cheap rubberizer. We're gonna use the good stuff. So this is where I've cleaned, and then as you guys can see, the side is still not clean. You can see the difference, like all the sand and dirt and stuff. So you gotta make sure to clean it up properly. So yeah, everything is masked, and I'm just gonna wire brush, then we can start painting our rubberizer on. Hey guys, I got my trusty wire brush. Now we're just gonna get the rust off of the spare wheel well, and then we can spray some primer, then we can put our rubberizer on. Okay guys, all of our rust is off. Now we're just gonna spray some grey primer on and just seal it in, because someone did paint it after it was welded, but they just painted it with a paintbrush and it didn't really get all the spots. So now we're gonna seal it up properly, and then the rubberizer is gonna completely seal it in. There you go guys. Now we're just gonna let it dry and then we can start painting our rubberizer. Okay guys, now we're on to the next part, the most anticipated part, which is actually getting some black on and making the car look like new. So let's get the product open and mix it well. We'll put it on the car, and it's polyurethane, so for whoever knows what polyurethane is, it's even stronger than rubber. So use a trusty head bolt as a mixer. Oh yeah, very thick. It's got some membrane at the bottom, so yeah, we gotta stir this thing properly and make sure all of the polyurethane fibers is in the paint, so we'll get it mixed up proper, and then we'll see you guys in the car. Okay guys, our product is mixed up thoroughly. We mixed it for 2 minutes straight. It's got the consistency we want. I got my face protection on because whenever I do this job I always get paint up my nose and paint in my ears, and I'm gonna put my goggles on now. So yeah, let's get under this car and get it done. Okay guys, our first layer is going on for our first brush, and we'll come back to you guys once we've gotten some progress done. Okay guys, this is what we are looking like after the first coat. I actually thought I'll only need to do one coat of this, but clearly not. So yeah, for today I'm pooped. This took me like 4 hours, and I could have put it on thicker, but when I put it on thick it ran so fast, so I had to put it on thin and do one coat. So that's one liter finished. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna go get another one on my way to work, and then we are going to do the last coat and have this full uniform black and completely done and protected for many years to come. Okay guys, it's the next day. I just finished up stirring our new rubberizer. I added what was left of yesterday's. This is what we're looking like today. Clearly you can see there's one more coat needed, so I'm going to start laying down my first brush of my second coat, and then like I said, we will see you guys again once we've gotten some progress done. Okay guys, this is what we are looking like after second coat. That is what it should be looking like. I'm very happy with it. So now we're just gonna let it dry. Then I'll pull off all this masking tape, and then I'm just gonna spray with a rattle can, this anti-sway bar, and that pipe for the petrol filler, which I didn't want to be rubberized. It's got a little bit on it, but it's not the end of the world. Won't be a problem. So yeah, let's give this a chance to dry, and then I'll take off all the masking tape and just spray with spray paint 1-2 of these things black, and then we'll be done with our rubberizing on our rear half. The front half we are going to do a little bit later. I still got some things I want to do there, so yeah, we're doing it half and half, so then at least I can start putting my back suspension back in and my petrol tank, which is very exciting. Okay guys, here is a comparison. This is the before and this is the after. Wow, I cannot wait to have the suspension and parts back in. Okay guys, it's another day. We are finally ready to put in all of our suspension parts. So it is our diff, our wiring for our petrol tank and stuff, some hardware that we've refurbished, and then our fully refurbished carrier for our diff and V-arms with new washers on both sides. Our not new but new to us Bilstein shocks. They've been in a car for 1 year, and it's a car that was only driving like once a month, so they should still be good to go for a very long time. So without further ado, let's get this back suspension parts in the car. Okay guys, we are now here with the car. I'm gonna get the subframe in, and then we'll be back with you guys. Okay guys, our diff carrier is in, and I put our fully sandblasted exhaust heat shield back in too. Now the next piece of this puzzle is our diff, so we're gonna get it in now with the jack and put it in. Here's our fully restored diff. It's not gonna be our permanent diff, so I didn't make it as neat and as shiny as I could have, because we are gonna change it out again. This is just to drive the car for a few months after we're done, but it's not gonna be our final diff. So yeah, let's get this diff in on the suspension. Guys, our diff is fully in now. All the bolts are in, everything is holding it. It was a little difficult to get in, But at least it's done now. Now let's carry on and move. Our plug is also plugged in for our speed sensor, so everything is done on the diff. Now let's move on to our rear trailing arms. Okay guys, moving on to the next thing, which is our V arms. We haven't even started to strip them down to restore them yet. So since the back suspension and diff is in, let's get it stripped down so we can get this back piece sandblasted and powder coated, and all new pads, brake cylinder and springs, and new drum centric, and then also a new handbrake for one of them. One of them is fine, one of them isn't. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it on one, and then we will strip the other one off camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by loosening this. It is a size 6 Allen key, and then we'll get our drum off. Guys, once your Allen key is out, your drum should just come off. If not, you would just have to persuade it with a hammer. There you go. There's our drum. So here is our pads, and they run on the inside of here. As you can see, that's where one pad has been sitting for a very long time. Now we can see the insides. Now I'm going to loosen our wheel cylinder. So this is the cylinder that presses when you press brakes. We'll get this loose and its pipe removed, and then we'll be back. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to be taking out is these bushers, which we are going to be replacing. As you can see, they cracked and broken, so they definitely do need to be replaced. It is original bushers. As you can see, there's a BMW logo, so it's never been changed in the last 40 years. So let's get them out. We're going to use a torch, we're going to just melt them, and then we're going to knock it out. So I've already taken my blade and just cut the ear off here, so that once we heated it up, we can knock it out that way. Okay guys, there's our rig. We're gonna just let this thing burn until it's proper hot, and then we're gonna try and hit it out from the back here. Now we're just hitting it from the other side. This rubber has to literally disintegrate, and we will be able to get it out. Guys, we just got the one out. The next one is already busy getting ready. Yeah, that thing is sizzling. Yeah, let's get the other one out. Maybe one step closer to refurbing. Okay, so we just changed our spot where we're busy. I removed everything for master, our wheel cylinder. Now I just gotta remove this spring, and I got the top one out already. Then we can get these pads out of the way, and then that will let our cylinder just fall out. Okay, so when it comes to this shoes, you gotta take off this retainer here. So as you can see, we gotta push this down with the pliers, push against the spring, and turn it till it gets to these keyways, and it will just come off. There's two of them, one on each side, and it helps to just hold this rod from the back, because sometimes it spins with the plate. And let's see how we manage. As then once you've gotten it in line, it just come off, and then this part that it was holding onto will just go through the back. And then that's just more parts to add to our pile, but most of the stuff we are replacing with new. So let's get the other side off. I'm not going to show you guys how, because it's quite a little bit of a struggle. Yeah, I found that to just hold the spin from the back helps, otherwise it twists with this plate. So let's get it off, and then we'll take it down further. Okay, so now with both of those pieces off, should just be able to take it all off and out. It's just some springs under here that's also holding, and we're gonna have to pull this cable out, where you just pull the spring back and then you push it down. Just like that. It should give us the slack we need now to get everything out. Our cylinder is coming with our whole assembly here. So there you go. that is our brake shoe assembly. So that is our cylinder that pushes, our spring that holds, and then this is like an adjuster where as your pads wear, it tensions this thing further and your brakes stay feeling like new. But I think all the stuff is seized, so we're gonna replace it all, every single thing that you see, this drum, the pads, the shoes, the hardware, everything. Now we just got to take our handbrake cable out and then pull this hub and bearing off and just take off a plastic, and then I think it's stripped down enough for us to send it for sandblasting and powder coating, and you guys will see the transformation. It will look like brand new from old and tired. Okay guys, now we are removing the hub and bearing, so I just want to show you guys what I've rigged up. I've just put some big pieces of aluminium, but you can use anything you want, and you tighten your bolts down on these plates, and in turn it pulls your hub out. So I've bought them out here, so I just got to add a piece each side, and I can tighten it a little more, and then our hub will be out, and then we're ready to use our bearing puller and pull our bearing out. Okay guys, halfway report. Well, it's actually almost out now. We got 2 brake pads and 2 aluminium plates on this side, and then we just ended up using a 4-pound hammerhead, and now we're at the last bit, and then it should be off. Okay guys, our hub has just come off. All it took was a couple of solid plates, and we had a few scrap brake pads. So yeah, that's an idea for you guys. Instead of having to go and buy an expensive tool, that works just well with the 17 and your wheel nuts. Now we need to get this C-clip out, and then we can push this bearing out, which is definitely needing a replacement. Okay guys, so in order to take this ring out, you need a special pair of pliers, and I've already did the job because I'm recording with one hand and you need both hands to do this job. So now that this is out, now our bearing is able to come out. So now we're going to get a special tool. Unfortunately for the bearing you have to have a tool, at least to pull the hub. We had our plan, but for the bearing we had to go buy the special tool. But at least we have it because we're always working on cars. But for someone that's not really always working on cars, maybe see if you could just hire the tool for the day. I'm going to show you guys the tool now. Okay guys, this is the tool that we need now to take our bearing out. It is a pusher puller tool. So we're going to take the bearing out with it, and we're going to push one in with this kit. Okay guys, here's our tool fully rigged up. So this is where the bearing is going to pull into, and then here is our back plate. So this, as we tighten it, it's going to pull the bearing through and into this cup. Okay guys, so once you've got this tool set up properly, you will be tightening it, and in turn, as you can see already, the bearing is pushing in. So I just gotta carry on until the bearing pops out completely, and we'll see you guys then. Okay guys, so once the tool falls from the back, that's when you know the job is done. There's our bearing. Show you inside there, the bearing is out. Just turn this tool off. There we go. And there is our wheel bearing. So yeah, this is a very handy dandy tool. If you don't have it, you're gonna absolutely shit. That's all I can say. So yeah, now that is out. Now I would say this arm is completely stripped and ready to go. Bushes, everything is out. I just got to take off that clip, then we can send this set of arms to get sandblasted and powder coated, and see how we transform it night and day. Even inside here, you're not even gonna recognize it. Okay guys, our arms are fully ready to be sandblasted and powder coated. I just blocked all the spots where I don't want it to get sandblasted or powder coated. So now this is the last time you'll ever see them looking like this. When you see them again, they're going to be brand new. Okay guys, It's been about 2 weeks since the last video. We are completely done. That's what it looks like on the sides, from the back, all like new again, no rust, no dirt, anything, a clean slate. So let's get them out, get our new bushers pressed in, and our hubs and our bearings and everything, and get it in the car. Hey guys, we are here with our V-arms. We're now going to be putting our bushers. I just sanded the hole out with some sandpaper. Here are our brand new bushers, original OEM, and then we're going to be using this rod and washers to put it through. We're just going to put some oil on and in the holes just to help it go easy. Okay guys, this is what we have rigged up. So it's two nuts on this side locking each other so that the side doesn't spin. Big washer to close the hole on this side, and then a nut which we're going to tighten, and it's going to pull it in, and then when it's on its last piece where it needs to come out here, we're just going to whack it with the hammer. So we're going to turn it in now and we'll be back. Okay guys, we just finished pressing it till it bottomed out. It doesn't want to go further because obviously our washer is stopping it. So we're either going to get a bigger plate that goes over, or like I said, I'm just going to put a bolt in this hole here and just give it a few taps just so it goes through. Now we're going to do the other side, and our bushings is on, and we can get this on the car. Okay guys, just going to show you how it works. It's actually quite simple, and the lubrication with the oil makes it a lot easier. So we just keep on tightening until it bottoms out, and slowly but surely goes in. And you must make sure it's also, your rod is straight, and that also helps it just to go easier. And like I said, you just turn it until it bottoms out, so until it gets hard. The whole time it's the same level of tightness, and once it starts getting hard, like it's getting tight, that means you've bottomed out and you're at the end, which we are almost there. There we go, it's tight now. So now we loosen it, and that's it installed, and we just gotta get the other ones in, and then we're gonna figure out how we get it in this last like 2 centimeters. Okay guys, so a little bit of ingenuity. I just used a medium hose clamp, and we made it open to its tightest so that it had a space for the bushing to pass further through. So as you can see there, it's completely seated now. That's what it looks like before, and then that's fully seated. So that is done and ready to go. Just gonna do this side and the other one, then we can get them in the car. Guys, we want the car, so we're gonna get this trailing arm in with its spring, and we're gonna tie it on the shock, and then we can start building our end there. The car is ready. The entire bottom is been rubberized till the front. Look at that finish. Very nice. And the other side is also on. Okay guys, our arm is fully in, bolts are tight, shock is in, rubbers are in. Now we can move on to the other side. Okay guys, passenger side is in, it's done. Both sides are completely done now. Now let's get on our new components like our bearings, our wheel cylinder, and our shoes and springs. Okay, so these are some of our new components. So it's new wheel cylinders, 2 of them, 2 bearings. Our hubs are still good, we're just going to clean them up with a wire brush. Our shoes, and then our springs and drums we're still waiting on, but by the time the video starts we would have obviously gotten it already. So let's start with our wheel bearings, and then we'll clean up those hubs and get them in right after. Okay guys, first thing is our wheel bearing. We're going to use our handy dandy presser toolkit again. I'll get it rigged up, and then I'll show you guys what we did. Okay guys, this is what we're looking like rigged up. The back is just a flat plate, and then here is the size that we were using. It's a 955-13. So we just want to be pushing on the outer piece of the bearing, not on the center, otherwise we'll damage it, and then we'll have to put it out and put a new one in. So just press on the outer edge, make sure it's in line. Now we're just going to tighten this, and it's going to push it straight in. Okay guys, bearing is completely in. Our C-clip is also in. We've rigged it up on the other side. Exactly as I showed you guys. Now let's push this bearing in and then it's on to our hubs. Guys, driver's side is done too. Our clip is in. Now we're gonna put in our wheel cylinders on both sides, then we can start putting our shoes and springs. We're just waiting on our new hubs to arrive. Guys, another thing to go in our car is the handbrake cables, which are brand new. It's very simple to install. You just gotta snake it through that hole there, as you can see. This one here, snake it through into the car, and then we're gonna put our clip back on here, which accepts it, and then it's gonna come through the hole here. Guys, fast forward a little bit further. We got our handbrake cable in and we put our handbrake shoes and springs on. So it's a little bit difficult and hard to show on camera, so we just got it done. So now it's just our hub and our drum, and then we, so to say, done assembling the rear here and then our side shaft. On to the next thing, which is our hub, which just pushes into our bearing, same as how we did with this kit that we have. And then our drum, which we are going to check our adjustment on this pin, because we need it just to drag. Then I'm gonna spray it silver just so that it doesn't rust. So yeah, let's get this bearing on. Okay guys, here's our setup rigged again. Now I'm gonna tighten it on. Guys, we are fully seated now. This tool is an absolute dream. I don't know what I would do without it. I'll probably still be busy for the next few hours and end up damaging my bearings. So yeah, let's get our other side on, then we can start testing our drag on our adjuster. Okay guys, our adjustment is set. You just want a little bit of drag, which is what it has. And we're just spraying that nut there. Okay guys, now that we're done with the rear drum suspension, now we can move on to the next component, which is our drive shafts. They're still 100%. We're just going to wire brush them by hand. So my wire brush with the drill is currently broken, so we're just going to do it by hand. Spray these shafts black and get it all looking new again, and then we can get it on the car. So let's start. Okay guys, these are the side shafts after wire brushing and degreasing. I saved you guys the boredom, because it's not as quick as a wire brush. I had to do it all by hand. So now we're gonna mask it all up, primer it, and then spray it all black. So we're gonna do that now. And I also got us new hardware, which goes here. As you can see, this is the old one, which is a little bit stripped, so we're just replacing it because it's almost 40 years old, and if we can save ourselves some time in some places, why not? So let's get these side shafts masked up, and then we can put our primer on. Okay guys, we are fully wrapped and ready to go on my trusty engine stand slash spray paint holder. Now let's get our favorite speed grey primer on. Okay guys, our first coat of primer is on. We're doing a total of 2 coats. We're gonna do black and then we're gonna do clear. Because it's suspension parts, we're trying to do all the precautions and procedures to make sure that the paint lasts us forever. Okay guys, we're doing our 30s that holds on the side shafts too, because I did try and get them at our local hardware store, but this one they don't keep, so we're painting them with our side shafts. Okay, our 2 coats of primer is on. Now it's time for our black. Okay, our first coat of black is on, and our first coat of silver. We should let it dry, and then one more coat, and these shafts are ready to go in the car. Before we put it in, we're just gonna put a little bit of copper grease on our teeth here. Otherwise, your side shaft gets stuck in your hub with time with rust. So this just prevents. It's like anti-seize, copper grease or anti-seize for whoever doesn't know what copper grease is. Let's just dab it up nice and on our threads, and we're gonna plop it into the car. Okay guys, now that our copper grease is on, now we're with the car. We just gotta get it in the hole, seated. Just gotta twist it around a little bit. There we go. We're in the hole. Now we can. Okay guys, simple as that. Slide it in that side. Now we just gotta put our hardware, our new hardware here, and our 30 there, and then our one side shaft is done, and it's just the other one. Then our drivetrain is connected. Okay guys, now we're on to the next thing, which is our pipes that run. This is our petrol main and our return, and this is our main brake line to the rears. So these are our old petrol pipes. They're still fine, but they're full of dirt and dust. I can't even blow through them, so we don't want to be blowing anything into our brand new tester injectors. So I bought brand new pipes for that, and then this one brake line, we damaged it when we were busy welding the floor. So yeah, without further ado, let's get these pipes into the car. Okay guys, we just finished installing the brand new pipes. So one is for the brakes, one is for the main fuel supply, and the other is for the return. And then this is where the main and the return end, and then the supply goes till there behind the diff. So yeah, now pipes is in. Now we're one step closer to getting our tank in, and then we can get this car started. Okay guys, our drums just came back from powder coating. As I said, they started rusting immediately. These are our two covers for our prop, because when we do the exhaust they must be on, otherwise our spacing might be off. And then here is our pipes to complete our piping to the rear. These are the two that runs along the V-arms, and these are the ones that join it to the T to the main. So let's get our drum caps on and get our pipes on, and these can only go on once the tank and the prop is in. And then this is for our control arm on the driver's side, so that the exhaust doesn't melt the rubber. So let's get it on. Okay guys, that's what we're looking like with our caps back on. This is the other side. So now we're so to say done with this back suspension. Our side chassis is in, everything is tight. It's just our lines, and then we can put our wheels on, and the spec can go down once the tank and the prop is in. Okay guys, now we're moving on to our petrol tank, which we have already cleaned, sprayed at the bottom, and did all the maintenance work that we need to do. Now we can get in our brand new 3-bar pump. It comes with a new O-ring, and then I think we can get our tank back in the car, and then we can put our prop in and be one step closer to exhaust and one step closer to start. Hey guys, our tank is done now. Our pump is in, our pipes are all connected, what needs to be connected. Our extra for our fuel in, our return. We replaced this pipe, all these pipes are new. And then we're going to get our filter in also. So because we're using a 3-bar in-tank pump, it's just a standard motor. We're not going to be running an external tank. We're going to be getting all of our fuel from this main in-tank. Okay guys, our fuel tank is in. Filter is on, pipes are all connected. Even the ones in the engine bay is done. Everything is tight on our suspension. All of our pipes are connected. The in-tank pump is on. Now we can put our prop shaft in, and then our cover. Then this car can go on the floor for the first time in 2 years. And we bled the brakes and the clutch. It's all done already. Okay guys, now we're on to the final thing. Then our car can go onto the floor, which is our prop shaft. And then I'll show you our coupling and stuff, and then we'll get it in the car. Here is our coupling. It's a brand new one.
So there is a cheap one that's going around that's like 450. This one was 1,165, but of course made in Germany. You know, this is a part that you don't want to put cheap, because if it breaks, you will break your shifter, you will lose your linkage. If you're going fast enough, your prop might even shoot through the floor. And then we're going to reuse our bolts. Let's get our prop shaft in the car. Okay, our prop is fully together, pushed it into each other. Now we're going to just tighten the coupling onto the prop shaft. Before putting it in, we're going to just put on some Loctite, and then we'll do the last 3 in the car on the gearbox. Let's get it in. Okay guys, our prop is in, fully mounted. Now we can put in our prop cover, and then we can put this car on the ground for the first time in 2 years. Here is our prop cover. We're going to be using some of our new hardware to get it on, so let's get it over and cover that prop shaft up. Okay guys, here's our prop cover fully in. Now we can get this car on the ground. We are finally finished with the entire bottom. Now we are going to start with putting the car down in the rear, and then we will move to the front, and then this car will be on the ground for the first time in 2 years. There she goes. Very exciting. Okay, the back is now on the ground, completely down. I just put a brick on this side, so we don't want it to roll away. So we haven't started with the interior yet. There is no handbrake yet. So now we're going to jack up the front and put our front wheels down, and then put this car down completely for the first time in about 1.5 to 2 years. The front is now jacked up, and we get both of our wheels on, and we can get this car down on the ground. Okay, front wheels are on both sides. Now this car can finally go down on all 4 wheels for the first time. There we go. Wow, that looks good. It obviously still has to settle and all that, but it will only do that once we drive. And everything is standard height, because you know we live in South Africa, so I don't mind my car being a little bit higher, because we don't want to damage our lip, damage our sump, damage anything like that. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, on the next video we will be doing the exhaust and getting this car started. We've already done quite a lot of work, but you will see all of this in the next video. We were planning on just starting the car, but the plans have changed. We bled the brakes, we bled the clutch, and the next video we will not only start this car, but we will drive it too. So thanks again for watching and all the support and love guys. One love till the next one.